Bluesky made a hit list. Kirsha, Silver Veil, Rev, Pippa, Bao. Chat, why is Bao on the list? What the fuck? And why is Silver Veil on the list? What the hell? First of all, guys, if Silver Veil and Bao are more cancelable than me, I gotta work harder. Silver because of Harry Potter. Ah, whatever, man. Annoying. I know. Guys, I'm so over the Harry Potter shit. Honestly, you guys want to know? This is actually a perfect litmus test. If you know a person that is mad about Harry Potter, and they're like, if you like Harry Potter, you're like literally the worst because of J.K. Rowling, you can already tell that they're room temperature IQ. Honestly, it's the canary in the coal mine. It's the J.K. Rowling in the Harry Potter. If they flip out about it, then you already know that they're fucking insane. It's like the perfect way to tell if you shouldn't hang out with somebody, to be honest. Why is Akko on the list and how did she get so high up? Is it because of Nara? Probably. I was talking to Akko earlier. Dude, I was talking to Akko earlier. Yeah, Akko's pretty cool. From I don't know them that much, but from what I know, they're pretty cool. Yeah. Poor Pippa. Bluesky is a terrorist echo chamber. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's some people on Bluesky that are cool. I don't think it's necessarily that. It's just an alternate platform. But, you know, when a certain subset of toxic people, like, move off to, like, go specifically to another place to flee X, then, yeah, you're going to have a lot of shitheads on there, obviously. I'm completely shocked Nux isn't on the list. That's crazy. All right, let's watch. Let's watch why I'm on this list. Bluesky made a hit list of VTubers they want canceled. Oh, no. Oh no.
Back, guys, thank you in. We've got something absolutely hilarious to take a look at in this video.
Okay.
Over on Bluesky, we've got this initial OP that reads Kirsha, Nazi, Silverveil, Nazi.
Dude, if you think I'm a Nazi, if you think I'm a Nazi and that I'm racist and that I hate immigrants, I hate LGBTs, you think all of these things, come on my show. Actually, I'm not even joking. Like, come here and explain it to me. For reals. Like, I want to hear it. I want to know what your argument is. Seriously, 100% in good faith, I want to hear your argument. Because every single fucking person that has said this to me, I've told them, okay, if you think that, steelman my argument. Tell me what I think. Tell me what you think that I think, and let's talk about it. And every single one of them has fucking roached out. Every single one has roached out in some way. Either just like a hard ghost or like I'm not feeling good right now. Every single person has not gotten past that point. And I think that's a very basic fucking point. Like, if you're going to call me a Nazi, you're going to say I'm literally Hitler and that I hate, whatever the hell your targeted group is, I hate them, then at least you can quote, like, surely you could paraphrase me in something that I said, right? Surely you could tell me, yeah, you said this, and that's why I think you're a Nazi. Surely you could have at least that level of scrutiny of me. But every single fucking person has roached out without, like, it's not even, guys, it is literally like 10 for 10 roached out right now. It's actually crazy. Like, I've never seen like this level of just sheer cowardice. It's fucking crazy. Like, I can't handle it. I don't get it, man. Like, how do you do this? How are you like this? Like, get some help. Get some help. It kind of makes sense if you think about it this way. Okay. So Asmongold, right? Asmongold is not right wing. Like, can we all agree that like Asmongold is like left of center? Like, he's not like full leftist, but he's left of center. He's pretty left, honestly. Right? So if that guy, Asmongold, is like King Roach Nazi, then everyone to the right of him must be like, I don't know, Super Saiyan 4 Shin Mecha MacGyver Hitler. If you think of it like in those terms, it kind of makes sense, right? Like, if you think that like Elon Musk, if you have like Elon Musk and like Asmongold, if you think these people are like literally super like hardcore right wing, then like, yeah, you probably, if that's your standard of like Hitler Nazi, then like, yeah, it would be way crazy, right? Like, it would be way crazy if they were right of them. That would be like the next level, right? So it kind of makes sense.
Rev says Des, Nazi. Pipkin, Pippa, Nazi. Who else am I forgetting? Oh my gosh. And this is just the start. The list goes on like 2 times longer than that as people like add on to it, other Bluesky users. It's actually pretty entertaining.
Wait, no shit. Bao was rated by Kirsha and that's why she's a Nazi? My goodness.
So shout out to all these VTubers though. Shout out to Kirsha, Silvervale, Rev says Des, Pip.
This retardation is getting a little bit strong. I'm gonna need to armor up, you know? Get my shield. All right, ready? Get my, all right. All right, I'm ready. Now I'm ready.
Good
Bring
luck.
it.
And all the ones coming up too.
Hunter
which, by the
Percival,
way,
thank
I'm
you
on
so
the
much
list,
for the sub. Thank you.
Shout out to me as well, I guess. I don't know. It sounds weird, but you know what I mean. I'm just excited to talk about this. This is freaking hilarious. So the OP adds on to the list saying, snuffy, Nazi. Peek at me and bow, Nazis. Like, bro, imagine living like this person. By the way, who is this OP? Let's take a look. I guess they're a VTuber or something. I don't know. The bio says, she, her, trans, British streamer, streaming industry veteran. Oh, wow. Photographer, owner of the Vsky Discord. And this is just so sad. Like, why can't Missouri, who claims to be a streaming industry veteran or something, right? I think that's what it said. Why can't Missouri just be happy streaming and entertaining people? Like, making some list like this on Bluesky, it's just so unnecessary. And it's like, on one hand, I do find this hilarious and it is easy content for me. But on the other hand, like, I feel bad for this person and people like this, because it just seems like a very like unwell thing to be doing.
Yeah.
And I find it sad that this person
They're
can't
spending
just
too much
find
time,
fulfillment and
guys.
happiness in streaming, you know?
They're spending too much time on this. They're little captured, you know?
Like acting like this too, you got to do that. Like I hope for a better future for this person, but let's continue. As mentioned, things continue to proliferate in the comments as we've got this response that says, Bao was gleefully rated by Kirsha. I'm figuring she's at the Nazi.
Like I said, guys, we're reaching this is nuclear levels. Nuclear levels of idiocy. I need to have my armor, you know?
Someone else says bow. The other person says, chat, it's not great.
It's critical
maybe
mass,
she should be
yes.
informed. But then again, maybe she'll sooner notice a drop off in viewers than listen to a she's a dang transphobe message. Oh my gosh, they're like, what? And then they go after Leaf.
Oh,
bro.
No, it's me.
Leaflit. Like, all these people are really nice.
What? The slime community. Oh, I'm gonna let him read.
I'm gonna let him read. Chill. And she just hit 100K subs, by the way. Congrats to Leaflit.
Yo, thank you.
They're going after.
Thank you, homie. Thank you.
Freaking Leaflit, that slime VTuber who has a bunch of thumbnails gleefully reacting to horrible stuff like slavery and Project 2025.
Yeah. Because like in that video, yeah, that's exactly what I said. I said that. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, Project 20. Wait, what? Project 2025. What?
Oh my gosh, dude. All these people do is lie about everything. So, okay, the slavery thumbnail thing, really? So the one where she was reacting to a video and that thumbnail was not even hers. It was the original video creator's thumbnail. And then it was just her face over it that her editor put there. It wasn't a thumbnail. Like, that was entirely of the creation that she made.
Yep.
And she wasn't even reacting to slavery, by the way, either. The video was about...
It was clickbait, guys. I got clickbaited. It was not actually about slavery. Well, okay. They said it was slavery, but it was actually about prisons. And if people in prisons should be forced to do work to pay back to society. I don't think that's slavery.
Voluntary prison labor. There's just so much context to all this stuff, and these people just want to like rage bait each other on Bluesky. I don't know what the Project 2025 thing's about. I haven't seen that, but I do know about the slavery one because I saw people on Twitter trying to cancel Leaf for that too, and I made a video about it. It was all very pathetic behavior. I'm not
guys, I have to bring this up, okay? This person says here, ew, the slime community doesn't claim me. The slime community doesn't claim me. I can't.
Twitter trying to cancel Leaf for that too, and I made a video about it. It was all very pathetic behavior. I'm not surprised these Bluesky people are acting the exact same way. And then we've got Laura says, Mama Oko and Hero Hei are part of the problem. Oko has a whole network around them you can include. Opie says, never heard of them, interesting. They both went after Anna and Nyara. Wonderful. Hurls. Yeah, so that's a lie. I've never talked about Nyara at all. For those that don't know, Nyara's a VTuber, and again, I've talked about Nyara. Anna, I believe, is the Waypoint Vice journalist who tried to cancel Kirsha.
Do you guys like how almost all of the VTuber anti stuff is like started by one side? Like basically nobody gives a shit, and then these people come in and they're like, oh, like we need to like cancel this person, and then everyone counter cancels them. But it's never, you don't really have like a VTuber. I mean, at least I haven't seen it, like a VTuber like kind of more not even right wing, but like more like center. You don't have any of that, like them going after them personally. Right. It's like almost always them doing it. And then they basically go so far that the community is like, you know what? fuck you too. And then they go after them after, right? Yeah.
And the whole cancellation attempt failed so hard that the articles ended up getting deleted, and you probably know that story. So I covered that in like a video or two, and I don't think I ever named Anna like by name. I think I just said like Waypoint Vice journalist.
Straw Hat Guy says the Tumblr escapees haunt us to this day. True. So true.
And I found the managerial editor to be especially amusing, actually, because that dude made some defense article, like running defense for the Waypoint Vice journalist.
Guys, I can't say it.
Just working under him or whatever.
I've got so much shit. And one day, remember this moment, guys. Remember this moment when Leaflit says, I have so much shit. Just remember this. And one day you're gonna be like, oh, that's what she meant.
It was like such a bad article, which is fitting, I suppose. But yeah, it was so bad. This guy tried to include like evidence of Kirscha's wrongdoings, and none of the evidence made any sense at all. One of the things was a Reddit DM screenshot, but the person who received it got the screenshot from 1 second ago. So it looked like whoever took the screenshot and like received the DM is the same person who sent it. So it looked like completely fake evidence that they're trying to use in this article. And then there was like a Leaflit thumbnail included as well. It's like, dude, that's not even Kirscha. Like, the guy had no idea what he was talking about. By the way, I
just watch my video about the guy who fucked with me in Mabinogi. Watch that video.
Icing on the cake is that thumbnail was the same one these people were getting mad about and trying to say like Leaflit supports slavery. So that managerial editor was doing a similar thing of like trying to use the thumbnail out of context to smear Leaflit in the article, where he's also trying to go after Kirscha. Whole thing once again made no sense and only made these people look extremely desperate. Oh, by the way, I think this Laura person also made a hit piece against VTubers.
You can't see my reactions? Okay.
Including myself.
Can you see now?
As well.
Now
so
can you
after
see?
Kirscha, according to my recollection, and trying to link us to like neo-Nazi groups or something. It sounded so freaking crazy. Like anyone who sees that is gonna think the author is a lunatic. So congratulations, I guess. And it goes back to what I said earlier, though, that this stuff is great content for me, but at the same time, I see people acting like this, and it's just concerning. Like, I feel bad for them. I do hope these people can have a less unhinged, more like happy, fulfilling future.
Yep.
Now let's continue with the post, shall we? A certain self-described genius who still hasn't spoken up about the Nazi harassment going on in her name. Who? Oh my gosh, no way. Henya/Pikami. Wow. They're still mad at Pikami. They're still mad at Henya. They're now actually also calling Henya a Nazi, I guess, or saying she's like...
Guys, this isn't even the left, by the way. This isn't really the like I have friends who are on the left. Like I've got friends like Shy, for instance, Saber, Crimbo, Tazuto. All of these people are on the left. They are not the same. They are not the same as these people. Like these people are absolute fucking psychos. They're dumb, basically.
A Nazi apologist, whatever the heck. I can't believe this is real, dude.
None of this is in any sort of good faith. They just want to be mad at people. They just want to be mad at people, and they want to hate. Their heart is filled with hatred, and that's it. That's all it has. It has nothing. It has nothing but darkness and sorrow. They hate themselves and they hate their lives, and that's why they're like this.
This seems like the sort of thing I'd be reading if I had like a dream about Bluesky being crazy, and it was like exaggerated in a dream or something. This seems like the sort of stuff you would see in some sort of like exaggerated dream or some like parody of Bluesky, but this is actually reality. This is like what these people are really doing. As far as I know, Vape and Yanners have no qualms hanging with silver, not to mention all unapologetic use of the R slur, adding literally everyone else working under Asmongold's mythic team too. Oh, the list just goes on.
Wait, what's the R slur? Is that like retard?
On and on and on. Oh, they gotta go after Fillion too. Fillion literally did a George Floyd joke. So like, and being an art thief helps, to be honest.
You know that retard used to be like the politically correct thing to say? Did you guys know that? So a little history behind it. Back in the day, you would call people idiots and morons. And idiot and moron were considered really, really bad. So they came up with a word. They came up with the word retard, basically, in order to combat the slur of idiot and moron. But then now, you know, everyone uses retard for like the same sort of like, you know, you're dumb, basically, sort of a thing, right? And they changed it now. So now I can say moron and idiot with impunity. I can say it all day. Like idiot, moron. No one's going to say anything. But now, if you say retard, which was like the replacement to be like politically correct and good, if you say retard now you're saying slurs and you're bad. No. Like soon there's just going to be no language to like call someone like stupid.
To be really honest, it might be better to assume that any big VTuber is a Nazi. It might not be correct, but it's safer to make that guess than take a chance and be disappointed. I'm just gonna sound like a broken record. How are these people real? How are these people real? And now Snuffy thinking Snuffy again, considering she's silent.
Wait, what?
What?
Wait, what? Wait, what? Snuffy did what? Wait, what did Snuffy do? What did Snuffy do?
Snuffy? Cottontail next. Oh my gosh. Dude.
Exist? True. So true. I feel that so much lately.
Would Cottontail count? Much as I wouldn't want to say it, she has hung out with Phil.
I got a picture for you guys. This is for all of you guys, okay? My friend sent me this the other day, today, and it was like in my heart and stuff. I gotta send it to you guys. All right, remember this, chat. Burn this into your hearts, chat. All right, fuck them.
And such. If the shoe fits, shrug. Maybe just terrible person instead of Nazi. Dang, I have not been plugged in.
Dude, you want to know something real and true? This is gonna sound like really dumb, but I'm gonna be a little bit vulnerable for a second, okay? I'll take my helmet off. Okay, guys. Today, this might sound kind of dumb to people, but today I was feeling really bad about some stuff, and I felt terrible, and I was just having a hard time. And basically, I was like, I'm gonna go watch a One Piece opening because that always cheers me up. So I'm gonna go watch like Us or something, right? So I end up putting on a Dreamin' On, the One Piece opening Dreamin' On. I end up putting it on, like watching it, like like Luffy like fighting like Kaido and stuff like that, and like I'm watching it, and after that video, it literally autoplays like another scene. So like like YouTube will just autoplay like videos, right? It autoplayed another video, another One Piece video, and it was like the scene with Jinbei and Luffy, and like Luffy was like super depressed, right? And then like Jinbei was like basically fighting him, and then, like in that scene, like Jinbei tells Luffy, he tells him you can't change like the past and stuff, right? But like you should think about like what you have now and the people that you have now. And dude, I swear to you, like I felt, this is gonna sound so stupid, I felt like God was talking to me through One Piece, and it was so weird. Like it was so weird. I was like, what is going on right now?
Enough to know about Surveil. Mainstream VTubers are pretty cooked by the looks of it. Hey guys, if random people on Bluesky say you're cooked, it's so over, guys. What are we all gonna do? Oh no. Let's pack it up, guys. Dang, that's a lot so far. I haven't seen Silver go that far, but TERFs are usually Nazi bedfellows. For most names I see in the comments, people can be genuinely oblivious. Calling them Nazis are too much. However, keeping them on thin ice, calling out their associations, and not watching them over it is valid. All Nazis are bad actors, but not all bad actors are Nazis. It is easy.
I gotta show you guys that clip, like after this video. Like I'm gonna show you guys a clip. It was so real.
To miss some stuff when a person
it was
been so normalized.
It was so real. I'll show you later. I never
liked Asmund, but I didn't click to me how Nazi aligned he was until he acts now, and how wait, what? Until how he acts now, and how long he's done such stuff for a decade at least. Wow, char Nazi name. What?
Wait, what?
I don't even know.
Wait, what?
I disavow char Nazi name.
Wait, what? Char? What? What is? What?
What? I don't even know. I disagree. Some of these people are not just Nazi sympathizers, but genuine actual Nazis. And if you're in bed with the Nazis, then yes, you're a Nazi. It's the Nazi bar analogy. I've never seen anyone so obsessed with Nazis as these people. These people
dude, they are. Dude, they are.
Nazis probably do.
Dude, that's true. That's so crazy.
This is like their favorite word. They love this word so much. They perpetuate Nazis more than anyone out there. Look at this conversation. What the frick, bro? The important thing is if they let them stay when they know it's Nazis, if they do the act of promote and or associate with other Nazis and bad actors.
What are these, dude? I want somebody to fucking ask them, what do they, define Nazi and tell us what these people said that makes them Nazis. Dude, can somebody, like anybody, just fucking ask them the obvious question? Like,
condemn them loudly.
What is this shit?
But it can be easy to miss stuff when it's not in the right circles. Like I didn't know about JonTron's racism for years.
The problem is when you call everybody a Nazi, then nobody's a Nazi. Nobody's a Nazi, and you literally smokescreen actual Nazis. because nobody will take you seriously now. It's like, the story of like the boy who cried wolf. Anyone know that story? Do they still tell stories like this? And like, I don't know. The story of the boy that cried wolf is literally this, but it's the boy that it's the Tumblr user, it's the Blueskyer that cried Nazi. It's literally the same thing. Right? It's the same thing. It's like every day the boy in town says there's a wolf because he's fucking around, and he says, oh, there's a wolf, and then people are like, oh, there's a wolf, and so they go to help him, and then there's no wolf, and he's like, ha ha ha, get trolled, and he does this like every day, and then that people stop believing him. So now, like, when a wolf actually comes, the boy says wolf, and there's nobody believes him. It's the same thing. It's literally the same thing. You keep calling everybody a Nazi, and then when you say, hey, there's like some actual Nazi shit going on, everyone's like, yeah, whatever. You said that last time, right?
These are large, well-informed creators. There is a certain point where you have enough of an audience that the chance you don't know or aren't tipped off about a person being a Nazi is zero. If we weren't talking about people with hundreds of thousands of followers on...
Shai says, isn't it ironic that they're essentially creating witch hunts? That's true. It kind of is like a modern day witch hunt, isn't it?
I'd give benefit of the doubt. But once you pass, I don't know, 50K followers, once you're in the 1%, no.
I mean, here's the thing, guys. I don't like Nazis, and it's like it's terrible. Like, obviously, like anybody that has like a whatever the hell they think that is, right? It's bad, obviously, right? And it's like if they call me that, then it's like I just don't believe them anymore. Anything that they say.
And yes, if I ever end up in their position, that rule still applies. I'm not just saying it because I'm not them. Even if I was, I believe that because that's the standard I believe in. And lastly, we've got like 4 posts left, starting with this one that says, anything Silver did I should know? I roughly remember the wizard thing. I'm unaware of what happened after that. The other 3 are extremely obvious as far as I can tell. No fan gets to claim they don't know because their content and community reflect their views. I mean, given trans rights got set back massively directly because of Rowling, the wizard thing is enough in my opinion. It went from bad to genuinely deplorable. As far as I know, though, Silver is regularly hanging with Nazis. So yeah, yep. I don't even have anything else to say about how ridiculous this all is. Let's just finish this up. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
You know what's like crazy about this? Is if you think about it, like if you actually think about it, this is like kind of literally what, if it's true, if it's truly his feelings, if it's truly like the artist's feelings, that song that Kanye made was because people did this to him. If you think about it, it's like he got like so fucking, that's what the song is about. The song was about how, I mean, if you haven't heard it, like obviously the song is like really controversial, but in the song, he basically talks about how they called him all this shit. So he's like, okay, fuck it then. Yeah, I'll be that then. That was kind of like the lyrics of the song. Right. And it's like I said, like not necessarily like on that level, because obviously like that's kind of extreme, but you have the same phenomenon that's going to happen with, and you can see this actually happening with a lot of people in regards to like LGBT stuff. I think that's like the most obvious case of this, where a lot of people didn't give a shit about any of the LGBT stuff. Like nobody cared. But then once they started calling everybody that wasn't even, like people had legitimate concerns about like, well, I don't think this stuff should be like in schools. Like, I don't know about having like a book with like, kids having like sex. I don't know about having a book like that, like depicting like graphic sexual acts in the school library. I don't know about that. Like, I don't really think that's a good thing. And you have a lot of these like valid concerns. And then people just saying, oh, it's because you hate gay people. Oh, it's because you're anti-LGBT. And like this keeps happening to the point where people are just like, okay, well, you know what? Maybe you're right. Okay, sure. And like, you're going to create like that kind of world where like, they're going to be like, well, okay, if it's an us or them situation, then yeah, I choose us. Right. And that's how you're going to create like actual division and like actual people hating each other from positions of which they didn't actually hate them in the first place.
Of course, I'm not trying to downplay it in the slightest, only dodging the name so I don't get weirdos word searching my stuff, I guess. I already had plenty of disdain for her over that situation. That's why I was curious to know if she got worse. Ah, fair enough. And yeah, no, she has not improved because us transes tried to bully her and it didn't work. And she's still mad because of that. lol, she's a clown. How is that actually the argument being made here? Like, oh yeah, we harassed Silverveil and she didn't like that, so she's a clown. Like,
Yeah.
what the flip? That's such a bad argument. The final post reads, the usual doubling down,
This
I
is like the
suppose.
same person.
I imagine
This is the same person like posting over and over
the
again.
kind of audience someone would retain / attract after a stunt like that. Bro, what stunt? All she did was play Hogwarts Legacy a few times on stream like 2.5 years ago or something like that and get harassed by a bunch of people.
Shorttown says yes, because if they insist that their movement is defined by and inseparable from sexualizing children, then people will eventually reject the movement as a whole. That's true. And I think, like, I'm gonna be real, guys. It's not really like a majority of people. It's really like a minority of ultra sick psycho people. And this small minority of ultra sick psycho people have like completely taken over that entire community. And like everybody's afraid. And this is the problem, is a lot of them are either too afraid or passive enough that they don't even want to stand up to it. So now the entire community is hijacked, and the entire I mean, nowadays there are people that are kind of standing up to it. There are I've seen some groups of like LGBT people that are like standing up against like this sort of like ideology and that are against it. But the problem is like the core community has already been taken over, right? It was already taken over like underneath their feet, right? And yeah, it just wasn't gate kept enough. It's the best way to explain it.
Like, what stunt? Doesn't even make sense. It's very lucrative to keep appealing to them and to overall be a terrible person. What's the implication there, that you expected her to throw away her entire community that she spent years of hard work building to try and appeal to the people who hate her and harass her? And then because obviously she wouldn't do that, you're saying she's a terrible person? Holy smokes. Like I said earlier, this sort of stuff doesn't seem like it would actually be a real conversation. Seems like something you'd see in a fever dream or like a parody of Bluesky. But again,
it's an issue of like too much emotion, right? This is like basically like the negative feminine trait maxed out, basically. It's like, I guess you would call it toxic femininity, basically, where they basically they try to virtue signal like how much they care about stuff so hard to make themselves look good that yeah, like it basically, and then you have the next person trying to one up that person, and it's just this big fucking like one up contest until like nothing makes sense anymore.
No, here we are.
That combined with like puritanism of the group, right? Like a group saying like, well, if you don't believe us, then if you don't agree with everything, then you're persona non grata. You can believe like, you could have like 80% similar beliefs, but the 20% that you disagree with, get the fuck out of here, right?
But thankfully, that's also the end. I've seen enough for today, guys. Let me know what you think about all this stuff in the comments. And shout out to every VTuber mentioned here.
That's me. That was me.
It's like a badge of honor, really. So yeah,
True.
Shout out to every VTuber, and shout out to all you guys for tuning in.
True.
Thank you so much.
In conclusion, these guys aren't doing themselves any favors by acting like this, because the instant any sort of logic hits it, the bare minimum of logic, their entire argument evaporates under any sort of scrutiny. You ask them a single question and they fold. They roach out, they can't handle it. And by the way, that's why they moved to Bluesky. That's the entire reason that they moved to Bluesky, because they're like, they don't want anybody to like even argue with them at all. They just want people to pat them on the back and be like, yes, me too, yeah, slay queen. That's kind of like how they are, right?